Hey, it's tea time tips, marketing for busy entrepreneurs just like you and me. How's everybody doing today? Have you brought your tea? This is a brand new show format. Then I'm so honored and glad that you've decided to come and join me. So sit down, relax, bring your cup of tea. I've got these Zen tea cups with me today, and this one says, "Do not fear the shark if your feathers are dry." So some little Zen for us there, has B on there. And today I'm drinking genuine white tea. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So it's pretty good. So what kind of tea are you drinking today? Before we get started, I have a bit of a joke for you. An elderly grandma is on her deathbed, and she leans over to her granddaughter, knowing that death must be close, and says, "I want to leave you my farm. That includes the villa, the tractor, and other equipment, the farmhouse, and like $22 million in cash." And the granddaughter, about to become rich, says, "Oh, Grandma, that you're just so generous. I didn't even know you had a farm. Where is it?" And with her last dying breath, she whispered, "Facebook." I thought that was pretty funny. So anyway, that's a little joke there for our tea time tips. As you can see, I'm back. I am doing this Q&A platform, this opportunity for you to ask any questions that you might have and, tap into my 20 years of experience in this industry, in this digital marketing area that we all have to live in as entrepreneurs and business owners. And so I want to just find out from you, what are your challenges about social media? What are the roadblocks that you're facing? What questions do you have that I can do my best to help answer for you? And before I go into that, I just want to kind of let you know to, put in your questions there. As you can see, I'm Susan Friesen with eVision Media. Have been in this industry for, like I said, about 20 years. And I'm back. I've been on a bit of a sabbatical. I think it's been about 4 months since I have done any kind of video, whether it is a Facebook Live or pre-recorded videos. And the big reason for that is that back in July, I fractured my left arm in 3 places. And so, well, for the first 3 weeks, I definitely couldn't do much. I had to literally lift my arm up onto the keyboard so that I could just kind of rest it there so I could type. So that was an interesting thing. And I was wearing a shoulder cuff brace in order to keep my arm immobile. I luckily did not have to wear a cast. But as you can imagine, I could not touch my face, certainly couldn't touch my hair. So one of the major reasons for the sabbatical is that I couldn't be camera ready. I was definitely looking pretty shaggy for that first month or so. And so then I kind of procrastinated a little bit in getting back into the swing of things. Obviously, my arm is almost there. I can't quite get the full mobility yet, but I'm still working with a therapist on that. But I procrastinated on getting back into the swing of things. Some mindset stuff was settling in. I was starting to question, okay, why bother? There's nothing new to say out there. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people who talk a lot about online marketing. And but then I just kind of decided, you know what? Like I need to kind of stop questioning myself. I have been in this industry for 20 years. I've done a lot of research and analysis and of course experience and expertise. So that's why I'm here, to share with you what you want to know, what is causing you discomfort and pain and challenges in your business. One of the things that I definitely want to avoid doing is me sharing what I think you should know. And I was doing that for a long time. I was noticing stuff. I was witnessing problems and challenges. And I just assumed that this is what you wanted to know and wanted to hear about. But I don't really think that was all that effective. So that's why my team and I had a little brainstorming session last week, and we decided, let's do the Q&A format. Let me help you in exactly what you are struggling with. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about social media. And then every 2 weeks, I'm going to do a live broadcast like this one, and I'm going to cover a different topic. So in 2 weeks from now, that'll be on Wednesday, November 21st. They're always going to be on a Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And every session, every live show is going to be covering a different topic that I have some knowledge and expertise on. So our next session in 2 weeks' time will be on content marketing. And don't get all excited. I know that content marketing is a big, big subject, and that's why I'm here. I want to be that voice of reason and be that person to share some insights and tips and ask the questions that you need answers for. And so that's why I would like you to show up and, hit that remind button so that you're notified, and like our eVision Media page, click the heart and share this broadcast with your followers. If they are struggling just as much as you are, if you have a lot of friends who are in business, then I would appreciate it. I would love it if you shared this video with them so that they can benefit from the live Q&A opportunity that I'm hoping that they'll take advantage of. And so while I'm waiting for you to put in your questions, I also want to hear from you as far as what social media what social media platform are you on the most? Are you on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn? Which one are you on the most? I would love to hear from you. If you can put your comment in the comment section below, whether you are watching this live or in the rebroadcast, I want to know from you so that it helps me understand where you're coming from. I'm just about knocked over my tea, so I think that's the time to have some, right? I tend to be a little moving my hands around a lot. I'm knocking things over as I'm doing it. All right. So I want to hear from you. What social media platform are you on the most? And please let me know what your questions are about social media. And in 2 weeks' time, we'll talk about content marketing. So, because we're going to do a different topic. Now, one of the questions that did come in privately, somebody had told me that they couldn't make it to the live show, but they wanted me to cover a certain topic. And I think this is a big one too. So I'm under the assumption that this person isn't the only one who has these kinds of questions rolling about in their minds. And that is how to get more engagement on their Facebook page. And I think that as we know, this is all definitely very, it's very important, and it has become more and more important over the last probably year by now, where Facebook changed its algorithms for our business pages. And basically, if we're not getting engagement on our business page, then the people who have actually put up their hand and liked our page aren't going to see it in their news feed as much. So Facebook is kind of using engagement as their barometer on how popular your page is. And so engagement means that, how many likes are you getting? How many shares are you getting? And most importantly, how many comments are you getting? How much of a discussion are you getting per post on your Facebook page? And it's almost like a catch-22, isn't it? Because if nobody is aware of your page, even though they have liked it, if it's never showing up in their news feed, then how are they going to like and comment and share your posts, right? So you may have to invest a little bit of money in boosting those posts or putting in an ad in for that post just to kind of get that ball rolling. But there are a few good strategies that I can share with you. And the first and most important one is to remember that we are on a social media platform, social being the most important part of what we want to, talk about here. Social means person to person. So many times I see people on their business page being their brand. Their profile picture is their logo, and they're talking about nothing but their products or their programs or their services that they offer. They're all about the brand as opposed to being a person. And people don't relate to brands, not unless you're Nike and you have spent millions upon millions of dollars in marketing and advertising in order to create that personable brand. But at the level that we are at, you and I are at, we need to be more of a person with our brand so that we can build relationships. At the end of the day, people are going to buy from people who they know, like, and trust. And in order to build up that know, like, and trust, we want to have a connection with our audience, build up a relationship with them. And I'm getting to the engagement part in a second, because this is really important. It's important to understand why we want that engagement. It's not just about the Facebook algorithms. There's a reason why Facebook has put that law in place. It's not a law, of course, but there's a reason why Facebook did that. And it's to encourage us as business owners to be less of a business with our marketing hat on and more of a person trying to develop relationships with our followers and building those relationships in an authentic way so that we're not coming across as a pushy salesperson, and that we are trying to showcase who we are in a relatable manner. And so what happens is that once people get to know who you are, the more they understand your expertise, and hint, that's why I'm doing these Facebook Lives, right? It's my opportunity to showcase to you what I know about this industry. It gives you an opportunity to get to know me as a person, and that I am a tea lover. Where's your tea? Tell me what tea you're drinking today. And to build up relationships. And it has worked. I've gotten many clients over Facebook because of this kind of approach. So instead of the direct marketing approach that we have all been very accustomed to because of our TV ads and radio ads and all that kind of stuff that the big names do, social media has really changed how we need to market our business, especially when it's a entrepreneurship, a solo entrepreneurship, or a small business. We really don't have the huge marketing budget that we could have, if we were a big corporation, right? So my suggestion to you is in how to build that relationship with people is for you to get active on with your people, with the people who are following you. You need to get more engaged with others. The more that you become engaged with others on Facebook, the more they're going to become engaged with you. And it isn't I'll pat your back if you pat mine. That's not the intent nor the results. That's not what the reason for this is. What happens is the more that you get engaged on Facebook by commenting on other people's posts, sharing other people's posts, and liking or hearting and doing one of those reactions, the more you're going to become visible in front of that person, and the more they're going to get to know, like, and trust you from you participating on their posts. Now, you're asking, though, okay, what does that have to do with my page? Because I'm talking about doing this on your personal profile. So it is important to use your personal profile for this part of things, because the more that you are there getting yourself visible in front of these people, the more they're going to be checking you out. And I hope that on your personal profile, right at the top left-hand corner, there's a link there that goes to your business page. And you want to make sure that you have that clicked properly to your official Facebook page. People can go there and then like your page because they want to get to know you more. They want to find out more about you on a business and professional level. So that's just one part. There's many other things. You can add comments as your business page as well. You can like other pages as your business page and get engaged on those posts as well as your business page. And that's a huge thing. Facebook doesn't make it all that easy to do that anymore. It used to be a lot easier, but you just need to come up with a system on your own. But at the end of the day, you want to get more engaged yourself. If you want people to be engaged with your posts, then you need to walk the same walk and get engaged on other people's posts. Now, the thing about who you get engaged with is also important. You want it to be a meaningful connection with those people. And so it's really a good idea for you to become friends on Facebook with people who are in your target market so that you're naturally getting in front of people as if you were becoming friends with them in an outside world, not on the online world. So think about in terms of if you went to a networking event and all the people that are in the networking event are your target market. So you want to become friends with them on Facebook, and that will help you with the engagement because these people are already somebody who is in need of your offering. So I'm just going to pause for a second, take a sip of tea, and remind you that I'm waiting to hear some questions from you about social media. Right now, I'm talking about engagement on Facebook, but if you have any challenges at all about social media in general, do leave a question in the comment section and I will answer. And if you're not here during the live broadcast and you're seeing this in a recording, still leave your comments because I will definitely answer you at that time. So take another sip of tea. All right. So one of the things that you can do that will help get that visibility that you need. Remember at the beginning, I said, okay, well, you need to have people actually come to your Facebook posts in order for them to get engaged on them. So aside from running ads, which would be a good idea to do, but with the caveat that I highly recommend that you have somebody who knows how to do Facebook ads, do these ads for you. It can get really, really expensive really fast if you don't know what you're doing, if you are just guessing. So either hire somebody who knows what they're doing and has a good track record of Facebook ads, or take some courses, some really good courses from people who really know what they're doing and learn. But when you do that, ask yourself, is this something that I really want to learn? Or is this something that I feel like I should learn? And there's a big difference between that. Okay. I had just had a conversation yesterday with a client, and it boggled my mind at how much she was beating herself up for not knowing something that had nothing to do with her area of expertise. And she literally was beating herself up on the phone with me. Oh, I should have known that. Why didn't I know that? What a stupid idiot I am. That's what she was saying to me. And I'm going, wait, why do you think that you should know this already? This is not something that we're all born with. We aren't born with all this marketing knowledge in our heads. And unfortunately, it is social media that's perpetuating that. So anybody who tells you that you should know this and you should know that, don't talk to them. Don't listen to them. What you need to ask yourself is, what do I need to know? And what can I delegate to someone else who knows more than I, so that I'm not spending all my time and effort and wasting money on something that isn't my core competency? Okay, I'm going to get off of that soapbox because that was off on a different tangent. But One of the other things that you can do aside from ads is do these Facebook Lives. These Facebook Lives are an excellent way of gaining visibility and expanding your brand reach, asking people to share. So please share this video over to your followers. Do me a favor there, please. Hit the like button and all that fun stuff. But that is what's going to get more exposure to your page. And Facebook Lives are excellent for that engagement, and where we want to get people to leave a comment and ask questions, or you answer the questions that you have, leave a comment on whatever it is that you're talking about. And if it isn't happening during the live session, don't worry about that. What Facebook will look at is what happens in the replay mode as well. And you're going to get a lot of traction ongoing. It's going to keep building up as time progresses. So that's why Facebook Lives are so super important and very prevalent right now. That's your biggest thing that you can be doing in getting engagement. And I say that because it could change at any minute. Right now, it's Facebook Live. 6 months from now, it could be something completely different. So you got to get on the bandwagon while it's hot and not regret later for not doing it. The other thing that you can do is ask questions. So this can be just in a regular post, or use image and ask questions, thoughtful questions that your target market would be prone to answer. So something that is relevant to them and relevant to whatever product or service it is that you offer. That really helps. That's getting that engagement going. You can also create shareable content that kind of is on a more emotional level. So something that will get people, get some kind of an emotional response from, and will compel them to want to share it. So inspirational quotes is always a good one. Memes, funny memes are a fantastic way to do that. And if you can make your meme in the context of your brand, all the better. Then people are sharing that, your brand is getting more exposure, people are more coming to your page, you're getting more likes. It's a risk, it's a domino effect, right? And then you can also do stuff like quizzes or contests or some kind of promotion. Those always get lots of engagement. And but at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are posting content for your target market. And I kind of mentioned this right at the beginning, where you want to hear from your target market. What is it that they want to hear from you? What do they want from you, as opposed to what do you think they should know? And so that's why I am having this conversation today. And Shayla, sorry, don't know how to pronounce your name. How often should I post to my social media like Facebook or Instagram? That's a really super good question. And before I answer that, I just want to quickly mention that a lot of these kind of social media questions I cover in my monthly membership program called Amplify Business Academy. And it is for entrepreneurs, and it's a month-to-month membership program. There's no contract. You can cancel at any time. And maybe we can post a link in our comment section here so that you can go learn more about Amplify, because there's a whole library full of information, videos that I have done, training videos that I've done on these topics. We've covered Facebook quite a bit, social media and online marketing, digital marketing, content marketing, the newsletters and blogging and articles and things like that. Okay, so how often should I post to social media? And the answer to that is it all depends, of course. One thing that I want to quickly say is that anytime questions like this are answered, it can only be answered as a general rule of thumb. It can't be answered very specifically for you and your brand, your channels, and your product or items that you're selling. Okay, I need to make that abundantly clear. I think I'm going to do another Facebook Live on that topic alone, as to how how we've gotten to this place and why, where all of a sudden there's these, okay, follow this 10-step program and you'll be a millionaire. Like, that just doesn't happen. So anyway, I don't want to get off on that tangent because I do want to answer your question. So the thing is that you need to look at your analytics. So let's use Facebook as an example. On your Facebook page, you have the Insights tab up there. You want to take a look at that and first look at the posts and find out when your audience is most online. Now, you can look at it per day or you can look at it overall. And usually it looks like a bell curve, it looks like this. But sometimes it'll look like this, sometimes a target audience will be, they'll be online at Facebook at 9 a.m. and then, they off to work they go, and then up again at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So you have to look at your analytics, the insights. And this is for Facebook. And that will tell you the time of day to post. And it'll also tell you, how often you should post. So if you do have one of these, then twice a day would be good, right? Do one in the morning, do one in the evening. Facebook changes. Again, it's a general rule of thumb. For the longest time, we were told to post like 3 times a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. And then all of a sudden the algorithms changed and we were told, no, once a day is all you want to do. And the reasoning behind that was that because of these algorithm changes, if you posted at 9 a.m. in the morning and you posted again at 11 a.m., all of the traction that you were building up from that 9 a.m. post would get kind of flattened. And then we would have to start all over again with the 11 a.m. post. I don't know how true that is. If you want to post twice a day, I definitely don't encourage you to do so close together. Do one in the morning, do one in the afternoon, to spread things out. But the thing is that your analytics are going to tell you what is working for you. And you look at your engagement, look at how many views you're getting, and see, you're going to have to test and tweak yourself. Everybody is individual. Everybody is very unique. All I can do is give you a guideline. There is no perfect rule of thumb. And if anybody is telling you that you must do this on this day, then all they're doing is relaying what they heard from somebody else and are taking that as a rule of thumb. But so I can't be more specific than that. I'm pretty sure Instagram is so. Nikki, I see Nikki's on the line. Maybe Nikki can actually help answer that question about Instagram. Nikki is on our team, and she has. She's an expert in Instagram, much more than I am. My guess is that Instagram can be much more often than Facebook, but maybe Nikki can help answer that. But again, I think it's important to spread it out. To me, it's very annoying if I see somebody one post after the other, and that's more on the personal profile because it's just spamming. So if you're going to post more than once a day, then spread it out. And it should be at least once a day. Again, that's more of a general rule of thumb, but the idea of engagement and building in relationships with your followers is to always be top of mind with them. So you don't want to just disappear for 2 or 3 days at a time because the algorithms will think, oh, well, this page isn't very active, so, let's not give it much traction. So I hope that helped. And Nikki, if you can help out with the how many times somebody should post on Instagram, that would be very helpful as well. But, at the end of the day, that is, that's what we want to be doing, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever social media platform that we're on. We need to build engagement. And the purpose of that building engagement is to develop relationships in an authentic way. We don't want to be pushing ourselves on people. We don't want to be doing these, these full-on sales pitches. We want to be helpful. So that's another thing that you can do is keep an eye out for people who are posting questions that are related to your industry. How can you help them? Answer their question. Don't make it a promotion. Don't make it a sales push. Just answer their question as if they were a client and they were paying you already. That will get you a ton of traction. And it's helped me many times over the year. And I see that Nikki has answered. Thank you, Nikki. So generally people tend to browse Instagram during typical coffee breaks, lunch breaks, during commute times, and after dinner. So there you go. That's the same idea as looking at your insights on Facebook and telling you when the peak is on how many when somebody is actually on Facebook, and that's the time that you want to be posting. So this is a great rule of thumb from Instagram as well, that you want to be posting when you know that your people are there, and follow your target market, and then you're good to go. You're golden. Okay, so I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for joining me. My tea has probably gotten cold, but I will definitely bring another cup of tea with my penguins. Hi, Denise. Nice to see you. If you have a question about social media, quickly post it, and I'll stick around for another minute. If not, I'll answer it in the comments after the live show is done. Nikki just posted another thing. So a few minutes before those typical times, 10 a.m., 11:45, 2:15. Perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. Shayla or Shala. I'm sorry, probably Shayla. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. That's just me. So I really appreciate you coming. Come and stop by again in 2 weeks' time on November 21st. I'm going to answer your questions about content marketing. And if you don't know what content marketing is, or if it is something that is like an overwhelming thought and subject, or you're hearing way too much about it, this is the time to show up, because now you can ask me what it is, why should you be doing it, who should be doing it. Maybe your business doesn't need to be doing content marketing. And so I would really love to hear from you there. Well, thank you, Karen. Nice to see you. I'm so glad to be back too. You'll have to watch at the beginning unless you were there, because I explained why I had such a long sabbatical, and I'm so glad that I'm back. And so in between, I'm going to be doing interviews with other business owners and entrepreneurs, some recorded interviews. So if your target audience is business owners and you want to be interviewed by me, then let me know. Send me a private message and let's talk. That's what I'm going to be doing. So every week there's going to be a video, but every second week is live, and every other second week is going to be a recorded video that I'll just upload. So make sure that you like our Facebook eVision Media page, and then you'll be notified. And if you want even further notifications, come and sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll get emails once a week as well. So that's it for me. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. Make sure you share this to your followers if you feel like they should know this kind of information. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.